Candace Owens didn't just appear out of nowhere. Now, before the polished talking points, before the conservative media glow up, and before every major platform seemed to be chomping at the bit to put her in front of a camera, there were already people who were asking a very simple, very unique question. Who is she really, and why is she blowing up so fast? Now, in this clip from No BS, you're going to hear some of the earlier commentary about her. This is before she really hit the mainstream. And there were a lot of questions about her back then. So Candace's rise may have had less to do with conviction and more to do with timing and branding and the right set of optics and circumstances. When we get done with this, if you add into it the social autopsy controversy that pushed her allegedly into the conservatism, the charges get becomes a little bit more clear that she might have been fabricated. This is not for anybody who's still wondering, where did Candace Owens go wrong, or how did Candace Owens get here? Because Candace Owens has always been here. Candace Owens has always been here.
Hello and welcome back. Today we're talking about the recent drama with Red Pill Black, aka Candace Owens on YouTube. She's made a pretty big splash onto the conservative scene here on YouTube lately. But to be honest, I was never really a big fan of her, and I certainly had my suspicions about her getting so much attention so fast. And actually, I tweeted about this back on September 28th. It read, "Looks like Red Pill Black is the new Romy millennial. Moderately attractive? Check. Moderate conservative minority? Check. Let's book her." Now, I said this jokingly, but like all things that are truly funny, there is some truth in it. When I saw Red Pill Black on every YouTube show at the same time like a month ago, it really started reminding me of how Romy Millennial did the same thing like a month before. And they both have the same kind of shtick too. They're the unexpected minority conservative with decent looks as the kicker. They wouldn't be considered hotties in the real world, but for the YouTube conservative community, they're total catches. We call that office hot where I come from, but I digress. The other thing about Candace is the overly buzzwordy name she chose. Red Pill Black. Not only is she using the cringy red pill line in her name, she's also sweetening the pot with the black, so everyone knows her race. I wouldn't be surprised if she changed it to Sexy Red Pill Black Conservative Girl, or something of the like. Basically, she wants everyone to know she's red-pilled and black, guys. Get with it. What could go wrong here?
I'm just a girl that makes videos.
Well, actually, a lot has gone wrong with Red Pill Black this week. First of which was the exposed video Tree of Logic made about her, which I'm linking below. To sum it up though, Red Pill Black was a liberal shill less than a year ago. Right before the election, she identified as a Democrat and even attempted to start her own anti-bullying website. That's right, she wanted to start her own troll trace, just like the joke in South Park.
The days of trolls hiding behind nicknames and message boards are over, the Danish claim. As a new website, trolltrace.com will soon be up and running. In less than a month, the servers will become active. Anyone can take any troll comment and send it through the Danish servers where a real name and a physical address will be attached.
A joke they made on their show at the same time last year. It's possible South Park even caught wind of Red Pill Black's terrible idea of making a website to dox bullies and trolls. Or maybe this was just a common idea going around last year. Candace certainly wasn't the only one trying to dox meanie heads on the internet, people who say mean words on Twitter. It's really not that surprising that so many liberals felt empowered to do this last year, like Red Pill Black. Let's not forget, the left and Democrats were still in power and sitting at the top of everything before Trump won the election in November. And remembering the tone and tenor of things in America really helps understand this Candace Owens situation, because once her doxing website's Kickstarter failed last year and she received backlash from her own liberal side, that's when Candace became red-pilled, so to speak. Pretty convenient timing, don't you think? She wasn't really this brave, smart person who chose to speak out against the left when they were in power, but that's not how Red Pill Black got into conservatism. Candace switched sides after Trump won and the left started to fall apart. She abandoned ship and decided to join up with the winning side. She's a bandwagon Republican, but I'll admit, that's not all that bad either. If she really believes what she's saying and supports conservative values now, like how she says in her latest videos, well, that's actually cool, but there are some caveats to that. First, Candace needs to denounce this social autopsy website of hers, because stopping online bullying is just code for shutting down people's freedom of speech. Plus, she's
Right.
trying to name and identify minors, children. She wants to give out children's addresses if they're meanies on Twitter. And if this site does move forward, her social autopsy website, if it gets fully funded, it will be identifying people who say mean things online. Like I said, giving out their names, pictures, addresses, and everything. Just like the joke in South Park, like the troll trace thing. She's a living parody. Red Pill Black needs to fully abandon this project and publicly denounce it, if you ask me. She has yet to do this. But I'm willing to bet these are some of the next moves she's going to make soon, as soon as she's done co-hosting InfoWars with Alex Jones this week. Yeah, I wasn't kidding. She's fucking everywhere, and it's getting a little annoying. Sure, she's pretty and has an okay sense of humor, but so far her videos have been cookie cutter at best. She's just bandwagoning and regurgitating well-known conservative talking points. And sure, that's better than her old liberal PC from last year, but it also makes me think her heart may not be in this. I still have suspicions that she's just in this for money and fame. I mean, think about it. As soon as she supposedly got red-pilled, she was brought onto every YouTube talk show in the book. Paul Joseph Watson, InfoWars, Louder with Crowder, Stefan Molyneux, and she was even on Fox News.
Candace joins me now. So Candace, what do you mean by a hamster mentality with Black Americans?
Well, with Black Americans, I mean, the main issue is that we keep voting Democrat and expecting different results.
The problem with Candace, though, is she doesn't really have that much to say besides, I'm black and I'm conservative. Isn't that weird and funny? Beyond that initial gimmick, she doesn't have much of a voice of her own. Then there's this other problem with Candace. She loves playing the victim still, which doesn't seem very red-pilled or conservative to me. Firstly, she was playing victim last year when her stupid doxing website got attacked by liberals. This was her supposed red pill moment, and it seems a lot like she was reaching for victim points here. I mean, I think everyone left or right can see how a real world troll trace was a dumb idea, especially since she had this idea less than a year ago. I mean, can she really be that smart if she thought doxing teenagers on Twitter was a good idea? I don't think so. I don't think this is an idea a smart person makes. She's no young gun either. She's in her late 20s. This makes me strongly question her. And now this week, rather than fessing up to her bad idea and distancing herself from it, Candace is playing the victim again. Look at this post I found on her Patreon page. This is her recent response to the Tree Exposed video. Tree of Logic was paid to lie. I've been very open about social autopsy. She strung together outdated videos to create a monster conspiracy theory. I'm categorically not creating a doxing website. It's an old, non-functioning splash page. She said I am releasing the website in 3 weeks. Time will reveal that she is a compulsive liar. Social autopsy was my red pill moment. The left can pay people to smear me all they want, but I'm not going anywhere. Thank all of you for coming and asking me rather than assuming. We have known for a while that it was going to be an uphill climb. This is the first of my many more hits to come. Tree was...
Okay, so how much of this looks exactly like it could be said today? You can't make this stuff up. She's consistent. The person is a liar. They're being paid. They're smearing me. They're compulsive liars. They're misunderstanding the point of what it is that I'm putting out. And we're going to keep on rising. Good gracious, man.
This is the first of my many more hits to come. Tree was paid to lie? Sounds like you're the one coming up with conspiracy theories, Candace. It also sounds like you're pretty desperate to refute Tree's damaging expose of you. Most of her points in this are undeniable. Red Pill Black wanted to start a doxing website less than a year ago, and she still hasn't denounced it or shut it down. People like Dave Cullen on Twitter are asking her repeatedly to answer questions about this, but Candace continues to blow them off. And she keeps making this pretty radical claim that people are being paid to lie about her. You better have some proof to back that up, Candy Girl. In the end, regardless of how far Red Pill Black's drama goes, here are the undeniable facts. She tried to start a doxing website last year. A few months ago, she claimed to be red pilled. She's repeatedly played the victim, and she has yet to denounce and shut down socialautopsy.com. Now, whether or not she was lying about being conservative to get attention, that's up for debate. And if Red Pill Black is conning the right, unfortunately, I have to say it serves them right, pun intended. It serves them right for fawning over her just because she's a black woman who's moderately attractive and kind of looks like Mike Tyson's ex-wife, Robin Gibbon, much like Candace. Interesting coincidence. Anyway, all these guys who had her on their show were thinking with their dicks, and they did it for the clicks, and that rhymes. And I mean, do you really think Candace would have been put on all these shows if she looked like this? Or what if she was a black dude or a white anything? I don't think any of this would have happened. What do you guys think? Is Candace Owens, aka Red Pill Black, a fraud? Is she a big opportunist who saw the left going down and decided to switch sides and make some money? And was her little troll trace project the worst idea ever? How can someone be considered smart and hip after coming up with something like that less than a year ago? Comment your thoughts below, and thanks for watching No Bullshit. See y'all next time.
That clip really does matter because it shows exactly the concerns that everybody's had about Candace, and shows that they didn't just start yesterday. From her early rise to the branding, to the victim language, the refusal to fully accept responsibility for social autopsy, people have been noticing this all along. And we have to admit, like, a lot of people fell victim to it. A lot of people ignored it. And we have to admit that. For most observers, Candace Owens did not just fall out of the sky. She's been following a visible pattern. If we all paid attention, we would notice it started at the very beginning. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you think about it. Until next time, grace and peace. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the JWhit Podcast. If you enjoyed today's show, please do me a favor and hit me up with that 3-piece special. Like the video, subscribe, and of course, share it with somebody who would also enjoy this type of content. And make sure you leave a comment, because I do pin the best comments to the top. So thank you so much for tuning in today. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace.